viewers to the Saturday, October 19th edition of 284 News. I am Jaco Wooding, bringing you our top stories from this week. Thank you so much for joining us. 4 men accused of the 2022 murder of Matthew DALY were acquitted on Tuesday, October 15th, after a judge upheld a no-case submission from their defense attorneys, citing insufficient evidence. The 5-week trial, which began on September 16, 2024, ended with the judge directing the jury to return not guilty verdicts for Edward Crook, Dashawn Benjamin, Micah Ormond, and Kevon Chukatu. Despite the acquittal, legal tension arose when the prosecution swiftly moved to appeal the verdict outside of the High Court. Reports indicate that officers from the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force attempted to serve notices of appeal to the men moments after their release. But this action was met with strong opposition from the defense team, who argued that the appeal documents had been prepared before the judge's ruling. Benjamin remains in custody due to a separate case in which he has already pleaded guilty. Before their release, Judge Prasad urged the men to turn their lives around and contribute positively to society. Meanwhile, Caribbean Airlines marked a significant milestone on Monday, October 14, 2024, with their inaugural flight to the British Virgin Islands. The flight departed from Trinidad and Tobago with a stop in Antigua and Barbuda before touching down in the Virgin Islands just after 11 a.m. More in this report.
A historic day here in the British Virgin Islands, and I'm here at the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport, where moments ago, the Caribbean Airlines made its inaugural flight to the British Virgin Islands. The flight would have commenced from Trinidad and Tobago to Antigua, then to the British Virgin Islands, some 52 passengers on board. Upon arrival at the Terence B. Lettsome International Airport, Caribbean Airlines' inaugural flight was greeted with a traditional water salute by fire tenders, whilst arriving passengers and crew members were warmly welcomed to the island with a celebratory event hosted by the BVI Tourist Board and Film Commission. Speaking at the ceremonial event, Chief Operations Officer of Caribbean Airlines, Mrs. Nirmala Ramai, highlighted 2024 as a year of milestones for the airline. She noted that the company has expanded its reach, now connecting 24 countries across the Caribbean, North and South America.
With 4 weekly flights on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, we will bring over 540 seats into and out of Tortola, enabling us to connect passengers directly from Trinidad and Tobago, Antigua, Puerto Rico, and Barbados. Our schedule also gives access to wider network into South and North America, and soon into the French Caribbean from December. This, our first ever connectivity to the British Virgin Islands, means we now have 24 destinations for Caribbean Airlines in the Caribbean, North and South America.
Premier and Minister of Tourism Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley also shared his excitement during the ceremony, stating that the inaugural flight represents a new chapter in the BVI's journey towards enhanced air connectivity.
The commencement of today's Caribbean Airlines service, with flights to Puerto Rico in one direction and Antigua and Barbados in the other, and connections to not just Caribbean Airlines route network, but all the operators and destinations that can be accessed through these transit airports, is a significant step to boosting the connectivity and accessibility of the BVI with the world, but most importantly with our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean.
Kurt Manal, Managing Director of the BVI Airports Authority, emphasized that this partnership with Caribbean Airlines is not just about a new airline service, but about creating economic opportunities and fostering cultural exchange.
What we're experiencing here today is actually the fruit of a seed that was planted in 2019 by the then Airports Authority Board and the government of the BVI. This is more than just an inaugural flight or a new route. for us, it's a partnership. It's about growing our tourism economy. It's about growing our business. It's about cultural exchange throughout the Caribbean. What you'll find in the BVI is that we take the issue of inter-regional connectivity personally. We take it to heart because we're all the way up north. And normally to travel south, to travel north, you have to make so many connections. So this partnership today, what it does is it builds bridges, not just between islands and airports, but it builds bridges between families. In the BVI, I'm told that you have more than 100, 120 plus nationalities. So there's that natural demand, there's that desire to get out of the BVI and get into the BVI.
The Minister for Communication and Works, Honorable Kai Reimer, expressed pride in the realization of this initiative, noting that it has been long anticipated. He also shared his optimism for the future, stating that he expects the current 4-day service to increase in frequency soon.
Our intention as a government was always to increase intra-regional travel. The MD spoke about the number of different nationalities here within our territory. And most of all, we want to make sure that they connect and we connect as efficient as possible. So this morning, this is a milestone for the BVI, and we are definitely proud and excited to have Caribbean Airlines here in our shores. We will be here for 4 times a week, I understand, but I'm sure that later we will change that to bring it to 7 days a week because of the interest in the persons coming to our shores.
Meanwhile, Mrs. Delma Maduru, chairman of the BVI Tourist Board, echoed the sentiments of hope and opportunity. She described the new venture as a beacon for regional air connectivity, which will enhance the BVI's tourism product by providing additional access to the territory.
Improved air access facilitates the arrival of tourists, as you know, a critical revenue source for our economy. And the Caribbean Airlines arrival opened doors for numerous visitors to experience our lovely landscapes, our vibrant culture, and the warm hospitality that the BVI is known for.
Well, as the inaugural flight concluded its ceremonial welcome, the airline departed to Puerto Rico with more than 20 passengers on board. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
Meanwhile, the British Virgin Islands will soon welcome its first ever School of Medicine in August 2025, as Ponce Health Sciences University expands its Caribbean presence with a new campus in Tortola. The inaugural class will consist of 50 students, with an additional 75 students set to enroll in fall 2026. This major development marks the opening of PHSU's 4th campus, which will be housed at the H. Lavity Stout Community College. The new school will offer a medical degree and aims to provide a much-needed pathway for aspiring physicians in the British Virgin Islands. PHSU will also grant 2 full scholarships annually to qualifying students from the territory. The establishment of the School of Medicine in the British Virgin Islands is seen as a milestone for both education and healthcare in the territory. Premier Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley expressed excitement about the school's potential impact on the BVI, noting the anticipated benefits to the local economy as well as healthcare standards. The PHSU School of Medicine in the BVI has already received provisional accreditation from the Accreditation Commission on Colleges of Medicine and a provisional license from the Virgin Islands Higher Education Licensing Board. And viewers, with that, we take a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby! I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream, and then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Up to 18 years old. And now, we are excited to welcome a new member to our family of healthcare professionals. Introducing Dr. Aisha Maxwell, our new family practitioner. Dr. Maxwell brings a wealth of experience and deep passion for pediatric and adult care, ready to join our team in providing first-rate health services to your family. At Partners for Kids, we believe in a collaborative approach to healthcare, with partners in physical therapy, occupational therapy, and clinical psychology. Partners for Kids, where caring is just the beginning. Visit us at Road Reef Plaza, Tortola, open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us at 284-444-5437 or reach out at info@partnersforkids.com to learn more.
Just give me my service.
Yeah. Just give me my service. Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, life unlimited.
Attention Anegada residents! Attention Anegada residents! CCT is coming to you! That's right! CCT will be visiting Anegada every third Wednesday of the month. Need to pay your bill? Sign up for a new service? Or have a customer service concern? CCT has got you covered. No need to leave the island. CCT is here to make staying connected easier than ever. Mark your calendars for every third Wednesday starting October 16th and visit us for all your CCT service needs. For more information, call us at 444-4444 or follow us on any of our social media pages. See you soon, Anegada.
Well, am I covered?
Yeah, you're with CG. Remember when I was dabbling in knife throwing bingo? Well, one night I won, but I also got a bullseye. No. In a beehive. I ran for hours. They caught me in the end, though. Anyway, I was covered, and I got to keep my trophy. Uh-oh.
Best medical cover for the price. CG Insurance. Good like that.
There are many ways to enjoy life. Like so many ways to count on Popular.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. A recent community survey conducted by 284 Media has uncovered significant public concerns regarding government spending on entertainment events in the British Virgin Islands. The survey results paint a picture of growing frustration among residents over the allocation of public funds. According to the survey's results, over half of the respondents doubt that these events significantly boost tourism as claimed by the government. More than 70% reported that neither they nor anyone they know had benefited from any increased tourism surrounding these events. This skepticism is coupled with a strong belief shared by 85% of participants that these funds could be better used for social programs, infrastructure improvements, and other pressing needs such as healthcare, education, and youth services. Transparency emerged as a major issue, with over 60% describing the government's financial practices as lacking transparency or not transparent at all. This lack of clarity has contributed to a significant erosion of public trust, with more than 65% of the respondents expressing little to no confidence in how public funds are being managed. The survey also revealed a strong preference for funding local cultural events and community-led initiatives if any public money is to be spent on events at all. Many residents voiced frustration over the perceived misallocation of funds, citing unmet basic needs such as reliable water and access to electricity. Government officials' travel expenses were also a point of criticism. Overall, the survey highlights a community that feels its priorities are not being addressed, with one respondent stating, quote, "It's time for the government that listens to its people and puts their needs first. We deserve better," end quote. For the full report and detailed survey results, visit 284media.com. In other news, Premier and Minister for Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, has made it clear that no additional funds will be provided to YOLO Promotions if their highly anticipated Vibes Cartel show, scheduled for March 2025, does not meet expectations. Speaking during an interview on JTV's Big Story, the Premier addressed growing public concerns following the revelation that his government has approved $220,000 in sponsorship to assist YOLO Promotions with their upcoming event. During the interview, the Premier defended the decision, expressing confidence in YOLO Promotions' ability to successfully host the concert, citing the promoter's years of experience in the industry.
I've made a commitment, so the promoters will have to ensure that they can raise the money to get the show done. And you know, some persons may say what they want to say about YOLO Promotions, but part of the reason why we were able to I should say I made the decision to sponsor YOLO is because they have a great deal of experience in putting on shows. I would say that YOLO Promotions probably has put on the most shows out of any promoter in the Virgin Islands. YOLO is very persistent. They're very tenacious and they don't give up, and they were able to put on some successful shows earlier this year. In particular, I would single out the Black on Black. They know what it takes to be able to put on a show. Now this show is a much bigger show than they have ever done, but based on their commitment in particular to dancehall music, I thought that we should give them the opportunity.
He also clarified rumors about the sponsorship amount. He described the amount as, quote, a drop in the bucket compared to the overall cost of such an event.
I made it very clear, that, you're going to have to be able to raise the rest of the money. There's no small amount of money that will be required to get this show done. That sponsorship wasn't even 50% of what is required to get the show done. But you have to get it done. I believe that you can get it done, and please don't prove me wrong, because I'm putting faith and trust in you based on your track record of being able to put on these shows successfully. So some persons would say, well, why YOLO, why Steve? We have a way, Kathy, of we have a way of pigeonholing persons, putting them in a box, and then we decide in the BVI that we blacklist persons. We don't want anything to do with them. They can't grow, they can't flourish. Some people even feel as though they have to leave the Virgin Islands because of how people regard them and respect them and how they treat them, and they don't support their efforts.
Despite public outcry suggesting the funds could have been allocated to other pressing societal issues, Wheatley affirmed that investing in the BVI's tourism product is crucial, and noted that the funds came from the tourism budget and not from other essential areas of government spending.
The Buju Banton show is perhaps the best example of how this will play out. Buju Banton was in prison and he could not perform in the United States of America.
At the time, yeah.
He could not perform in the United States of America at the time. So it presented an opportunity for the Virgin Islands because of the close proximity to the U.S. Virgin Islands, to Puerto Rico. It presents opportunity for persons to travel. And we see that Vibes Cartel, in a similar situation, has been released from prison, acquitted from the Privy Council in London, United Kingdom. And he will not be performing in the United States anytime soon. And it presents an opportunity because Vibes Cartel is one of the biggest dancehall artists in history, that he will attract visitors. And this is the goal of tourism, to attract visitors. He will attract visitors from the United States, Virgin Islands, mainland United States, Puerto Rico. We're even seeing persons showing interest from St. Martin, St. Kitts, Antigua, because there's no other show in this area of the northern Leeward Islands, or in this area of the Eastern Caribbean.
Regarding concerns about how the government will recoup this investment, Wheatley explained that the return will come through taxes and other economic activities generated by the event.
Most likely, this is my estimation, most likely the same money that the government put in sponsorship to help to make the show a reality, the government will get back that money in taxes. And beyond that, the government would have stimulated the economy. Because, of course, we know that we have a responsibility. This is the job of the government to make private businesses successful. We want to see the barbershop successful. We want to see the hair salon successful. We want to see the rent-a-car successful, the hotel successful. So we have a partnership with the businesses which are a part of the tourism industry. And we have a responsibility to make sure that they benefit and the people of the Virgin Islands benefit, Kathy. I'm going to let you come in right now, but let me just say this. We just got our tourism numbers for the third quarter. And this is the second best performance as it pertains to incoming visitors through 9 months.
And viewers, with that, we take a quick break, but stay tuned because there is more when we return.
Attention Anegada residents! Attention Anegada residents! CCT is coming to you! That's right! CCT will be visiting Anegada every third Wednesday of the month. Need to pay your bill? Sign up for a new service? Or have a customer service concern? CCT has got you covered. No need to leave the island. CCT is here to make staying connected easier than ever. Mark your calendars for every third Wednesday starting October 16th and visit us for all your CCT service needs. For more information, call us at 444-4444 or follow us on any of our social media pages. See you soon, Anegada.
Just give me my service.
Yeah. Just give me my service.
Just give me my service.
Make the switch to CCT and get connected today. Unlimited talk, text, and data. Visit any CCT store or call us at 444-4444. CCT, Life Unlimited.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. The government of the Virgin Islands has taken another step toward enhancing the tourism product at Long Bay Beach, Beef Island, by signing a $600,000 contract with DE Property Development. The contract is said to be part of a broader initiative to revitalize and protect the popular tourist destination, focusing on balancing economic development and environmental preservation. The contract will fund the construction of a vending zone that includes 6 vending units. At the contract signing, a number of stakeholders involved spoke on the importance of the development.
In my capacity as Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of the Environment, Natural Resources and Climate Change, I am pleased to welcome you all to this exciting occasion which represents a significant milestone in the implementation of the Long Bay Beach project development. By extension, the sustainable development of our tourism product, alongside protection of our environment. In particular today, we are gathered for the dual purpose of signing the contract for the vending zone at Long Bay Beach and this contract will be executed by DE Property Development, and also for signing the grant agreement with Unite BVI for the continued environmental restoration at Long Bay Beach project.
Director of the BVI Tourist Board, Mr. Clive McCoy, shared how important the development is to the BVI's tourism product.
It's a true pleasure to stand here before you today as we gather to celebrate a significant milestone in our commitment to preserving and enhancing the environment across the entire British Virgin Islands. The contract signing for the construction of the vending stations on Long Bay Beach embodies our territory's dedication to sustainable tourism. Long Bay is not only a vital part of our heritage, but also a treasure that we must protect for future generations. The establishment of the vending zone represents a crucial step in providing visitors with an enriching experience while ensuring we maintain the ecological balance of this stunning region. It will create a space that supports local vendors and showcases the unique products and culture of our community, all while prioritizing the health of our environment. Today, we also celebrate our partnership with Unite BVI as we sign a grant agreement that will further bolster our efforts in environmental restoration.
8th District Representative Honorable Marlon Penn expressed how thankful he was that the project had finally gotten to this point.
I want to really say it's congratulatory remark, but I also want to thank you. We are at a point where we're culminating a 5-year process that started, I think it's 2020. This process started from the conception to now to the process of contract signing. And every time that we undertake any operation like this, we have to always think about the environment. In this new age of climate change and the superstorms that we're seeing with the storms that just passed through South Florida, and this time I want to give my condolences to those persons who lost persons in Florida and also the families that we have in Florida that live in Florida as they go through this very difficult time. And we who have experienced this during Hurricanes Irma and Maria know the impact of these superstorms on the environment. So we have to always think first on how we're going to sustain the environment and develop sustainably.
Meanwhile, Premier Wheatley, in his remarks, underscored the government's commitment to sustainable tourism development.
One of the biggest challenges we face in the BVI is striking the right balance between use and development of our resources and protecting those resources from damage and depletion. One thing that we can say about Virgin Islands people is that we love our islands. We love our beaches and our reefs, our beautiful views, our marine flora and fauna, and all the wonderful features that we have because of our God-given natural resources. And as much as we are keen on putting our resources to use so that they can create jobs and opportunities for people, we must do this in a responsible way and in a sustainable way. This is something we all agree on. As my government seeks to further the development of the Virgin Islands and our economy, we recognize the importance of sustainability, and we are being guided by the National Sustainable Development Plan, which was crafted with a lot of research, consultation, and deep thought.
In other news, CCT BVI, the BVI's only locally owned telecommunications provider, continued its tradition of participating in Reading is Fun Week from October 7th to 11th. CCT team members and ambassadors had the pleasure of visiting various schools across the territory, sharing stories and inspiring young minds. As part of the week-long program aimed at promoting literacy and fostering a love for reading among the youth, CCT reached students from 9 different educational institutions. Here's a look at their engagements.
Practice health and safety rules each day. Before you start something new, ask an adult if it's okay. Doing this will help you learn and have fun in every single way. Do you have adults that you can ask for help? Yeah. Wonderful. Listen close to parents and teachers and always do as they say, like when to play with your toys and when to put them away. How many people like to listen to their teachers? Miss Maynard, do they listen? Yes. Good. Wonderful. How many of you like to play? Everybody likes to play. So do I. But it's important to put your toys away when you're finished, okay? I love to do this. Do not run with sharp objects since you can fall and get hurt. Only food goes in your mouth.
And viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com, on our WhatsApp channel, for which there is a QR code on your screen. Like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, and Threads. I'm Jacko Wooding. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Goodbye.